Hello, everyone. My name is Swamp. And boy, do I have a story to share with you guys today. Whoa, hey, is that Elliot Page? Gay. Guys, I really think this is an overreaction. I really don't think this is... Well, okay then. It's true, ladies and gentlemen. I was the attacker that Elliot Page was talking about. I'm out of jail. I was in jail for over a year. And I'm happy, extremely happy to let you know that the re-education camp was successful. I have seen the error of my ways, and going forward, well, I'm going to be a whole new me, is really all it comes down to. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. I've educated myself. I have done the work. I am now a liberal. And of course, I couldn't unveil my amazing transformation without bringing on our resident liberal expert, my good friend, who you may recall, the Unintelligible Crow. Mr. Crow, thank you for being here. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a long road. Spending a year in prison after gay bashing Elliot Page. I've seen the light. And I am very excited to be back. To help others. You know, maybe people who've been watching who would have considered themselves conservatives, or as I now know them as, neo-Nazis. We're going to deconstruct some narratives tonight, and we're going to learn from the lived experiences of others. I know. It's pretty exciting. And the first way we're going to do that is by heading over to Swamp in Print. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Serious news. Prepare yourselves. Little Mermaid slammed by black activists for erasing slavery. Dangerous. See, I was under the impression that we were stoked about the new Little Mermaid because the Little Mermaid was black. But this is why you need to listen to your activist friends and just shut up, white man. We have a lot to learn, as I am now very aware of. Ariel, the Little Mermaid, is part of your historical inaccurate world? What a weird sentence. The Little Mermaid is being criticized by a prominent diversity advocate for its erasure of slavery in the Caribbean, however you want to say it. Marcus Ryder, an influential British campaigner and chair of the Royal Academy of Dramatic... That's just too much Brit in one sentence for me. Crap. I'm sorry. Sorry. My old right-wing conservative ways are still shining through. I'm trying to do better. Let's try this again, okay? Marcus Ryder, an influential British campaigner and chair of the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, applauded the casting of Halle Bailey as Ariel, but took issue with how the show showcased racial harmony. This is something that I've learned after being released from prison for my hate crime against Elliot Page, is that racial harmony is a no-no. That's something that my conservative brain would have been all for. Racial harmony. I now know that is bad news. Bad news. A world in which the very idea of race for the main characters seems to be subverted, consciously ignored, and at the same time black beauty is celebrated, needs to be applauded. Okay, I think I haven't completely gotten my liberal brain working. Let's try this again. A world in which the very idea of race for the main characters seems to be subverted, consciously ignored, and at the same time black beauty is celebrated, needs to be applauded. I don't have the slightest idea what any of that means, but I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn. He continued, while the importance of casting The Little Mermaid as a black woman has been commented on in numerous articles, the casting of the other roles is also worth a mention. At the same time, The Little Mermaid's father is white, while her mermaid sisters are of various different races and ethnicities. Race as a social construct, as we know it, clearly does not exist underwater. Crap, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing. This is serious business. Serious business. However, in the blog titled Disney's The Little Mermaid, Caribbean Slavery and Telling the Truth to Children, Ryder points out that the movie appears to take place in the Caribbean in the 18th century during a time of African chattel slavery. You know, again, if I didn't have this total legit recent conversion to liberalism, this is where I would normally point out, weren't they arguing against people who didn't want Ariel to be black by saying it's just a fictional made up world anyway? Why do you care so much about this? But now we really, okay, I'm starting to get it now. Okay, so now we really do care that the movie appears to take place in the Caribbean in the 18th century. So that's really, really important. Yet the islanders depicted in the film seem to live in a world free of this inhumanity. In this setting, I do not think we do our children any favors by pretending that slavery didn't exist, he wrote. For me, Disney's preference to try and wish the inconvenient truth away says more about the adult creatives than it does about children's ability to work through it. That is just what a fantastically crafted sentence. Though he acknowledged that the movie is a fantasy and does not necessarily need to be historically accurate, he said that Disney shouldn't be encouraging historical amnesia. We're gonna figure this out. In my total legit conversion to liberalism, I'm gonna figure this out. And eventually I'll stop laughing when they say such dumb stuff. Sorry, no. Serious. But the total erasure and rewriting of one of the most painful and important parts of African diasporic history. Am I going to learn bigger words now that I'm a liberal? That would probably help me. Is borderline dangerous, especially when it is consumed unquestioningly by children, he added. Ryder proposed that Disney could have instead set the live-action film in Haiti after slavery was overthrown, with Ariel meeting Prince Eric in the wake of real racial harmony and not sacrificing historical accuracy. Okay, I am just utterly confused. Do we care about historical accuracy, or is this a movie about a mermaid? Because again, I was chastised many times before I had my religious awakening to the left. I was chastised many times for being against a black Ariel, or I guess how they would categorize it, because It's fictional. It doesn't matter. Ariel can be any color. But now, it's very, very super duper important. We owe it to our children to give them the most amazing, fantastical stories possible to help with... Well, just pick a lane, brother. This conversion to liberalism is going to be a lot easier if you could just pick a lane, all right? Pick an idea and stick with it. We owe it to our children to give them the most amazing, fantastical stories possible to help their imagination grow, writer said. We do not do this by whitewashing out the difficult parts of our history. We do it by embracing our rich history and empowering them with the truth. Well, that seems like a good place to end it. We do not do this by whitewashing out the difficult parts of our history. We do it by embracing our rich history and empowering them with the truth. And whitewashing our history now includes making a white character black. This is going to take me a while to figure out. But at least my heart's in the right place now. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still not sure exactly what we were supposed to take away from that article, but I guess no one likes The Little Mermaid is really what I'm getting from this. And I think that's all I can all I can take away from this, to be honest. That is a valuable point. Maybe I do need to start centering black people and other people of color in the discussion, and I just need to take a step back. I think you might actually be right about... Oh. No, I agree. Absolutely 100% agree. Thank you. I will no longer be encouraging historical amnesia in a story about mermaids. I'm glad we can agree on this. Well said. Well said. Now that we have all denounced our terrible neo-Nazi conservative ways, we're going to do some debunking, all right? Some things that I used to believe that I no longer believe. As a right-winger, I would have had some opinions about the following clips. But now, I am finally seeing things clearly. So as you can see here, as a right-winger, I would have said something ridiculous about how this is absolutely unacceptable criminal behavior. But now, if you really look at this, if you really watch, clearly what we're seeing here, and I'm here to debunk your neo-Nazi ideas that this guy should be in jail. That's absurd. First of all, if you look closely, I mean, really closely, watch. It looks like he's not white. Need I say more? I don't think so. Case dismissed. If you think otherwise, you're a neo-Nazi, fascist, ultra-right bigot. And while we're on this subject, one more clip that I would like to debunk. Now, as you can see here, what we have is my B bangs with a silly face emoji. So we already know right off the bat that this is some kind of goofy, lighthearted thing that POC people do. And I think it would just be wrong, honestly, to imply anything other than that. I'm not really sure what to say, but that is an excellent point. Clearly, I mean, I'm not even sure how I could say it better myself, but what we're looking at here is a young person struggling to put food on the table for their family. Can you blame them? I mean, they live in a white nation. This is the only way that some people know how to get a loaf of bread for their children. Honestly, it's beautiful and brave. Again, in my state where I was once a conservative right-wing monster, I would have said this person probably belongs in jail. But again, here's the thing. If you look closely here, you see what I'm seeing? You see it? Not white. Not a white person. Case dismissed. Moving on to a story that before I went to prison for the brutal hate criming of Elliot Page, I would have thought was hilarious. Now I definitely know better. Non-binary influencer posts video of himself crying over being featured in Trump's new campaign ad. I don't know about you guys, but I'm literally shaking thinking about this. The fact that Trump would specifically target a non-binary person isn't surprising, but is disappointing. Uh-oh. Hang on. Got some screen problems. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry. Technical issues. Mr. Crow, you probably should have stepped in there while I was dealing with that, but you know, it's Oh, sure. Now you have something to say. Oh, nothing else? Nothing? Okay, fine. All right. Non-binary influencer posts video of himself crying over being featured in Trump's new campaign ad. This is a real... I mean, that is... Have you seen a more genuine expression of the pain and anguish that people like Donald Trump have wrought on this world? That is a man who, or sorry, that is a they that is experiencing real, true anguish. James Rose, a biological male I can't believe this Timcast website using such problematic language like biological male. We can't all be as enlightened as I am now. Soon, hopefully one day. James Rose, expletive, who is non-binary and transgender, posted a video of themselves, come on, Timcast, crying over being featured in former President Donald Trump's latest campaign ad. Well, let's watch the video.
It's this intense passion in my gut that says this work is not over and we have work to do. And my God,
what is going on here with this website?
Above all else, this is
what happens when
harder. I mean, this presidential campaign is.
Shut up. I mean, don't shut up. But this is what happens when right-wing fascists make a website. It starts playing 3 videos at once. They should get some real tech bros over there. Fix this. You know what I'm saying? Agreed. Agreed. All right, let's try it again.
Hey friends, less fun video today than I would have hoped. I found out that Donald Trump used me and my gorgeous friend Dylan in his most recent advertisement, and I saw it. And I kind of fell apart. And I didn't want to tell you that because I didn't want to like look weak, and it's like, oh my god, that's so stupid. I cry on the internet all the time. Like, why is today any different? Because it is different. Because it's personal, and it's also different because I fear for the safety of our community, and I didn't want to share this either, but I think it's important. I felt shame about being trans, and I felt shame about being public about my transness and being, you know, bubbly and fun and loving life. And I thought, oh, maybe if I were just different.
This is sickening, you guys. First of all, they, them, Rose, or they, Rose, Rose, they, whatever, sorry, whatever her name is. Love the glasses, wearing the same pair. Mine are red, but fantastic. It's, well, they're just adorable, which is why I'm wearing them. Second of all, how come people don't just listen to the lived experience and the pain? When they try, people are screaming. They're literally shaking on the internet, letting you know what kind of monster Donald Trump is. This is the face of anguish. I think I might cry. Okay, let's try to keep it together. Let's try to keep it together. We still got a little bit more of this video to get through. No, I appreciate that. I'll make sure to throw it over to you if I can't handle it. If I just can't keep my composure. I appreciate you having my back on that one.
Then maybe I wouldn't have like failed my community in this way. And I know in my heart that that's not true. And I know that if it wasn't me, it could have easily been somebody else. And my individual personality is not representative of all trans people. I am not representative of all trans people. I'm, you know, one non-binary person trying to do their fucking best. And I know that they want me and people like me, people like you, if you're trans, to feel shame about our transness. That is a goal. They want to eradicate us. And if they make examples of people like me and my gorgeous friend Dylan, then they are one step closer to that eradication. And the thing I feel
again, once upon a time, I would have mocked this idea of a trans genocide. But you know what? There is a literal trans genocide going on. And this is what it looks like. This is the human cost, okay? This is the same as looking at pictures from Auschwitz. This is it. And the fact that we are not realizing this and listening, we need to be centering the marginalized and hearing what they have to say. I know. Absolutely. This is going to be hard to get through. Couldn't have said it better myself.
More than shame or embarrassment or that I failed the community, because I know those things aren't true. The thing that I feel is this intense passion in my gut that says this work is not over and we have work to do. And my God, do we have to do it? I mean, like, above all else, we have to love each other harder. I mean, this presidential campaign is going to be, I'm just predicting it's going to be horrible. Not only for James personally, maybe for me personally, who the fuck knows, but for trans people. And we are going to have to hold each other in community tighter than ever. And my only goal is to leave this earth knowing that, like, I loved trans people in my community as hard as I could, and I did everything I could have to further our acceptance, to further trans equality, that I used every possible opportunity to say I love trans people and we are beautiful and we are wonderful and we are part of the fabric of society that makes life worth living, because my life is worth living. It does not feel like it in this moment when the former president of the United States is using my videos against my will as an ad campaign to anti-trans stuff. But I know.
And my old self, I would have said something along the lines of against your will. Can it really be against your will when you posted it online to your millions of followers publicly? Yes, in fact, it can. Now I know. I have been re-educated. And really, all this is making me think, it's gonna bring a tear to my eye. It makes the protest song that I collaborated on with the Triggered Dems even more relevant. We should let's get it going, you guys. We need trans people. Trans people belong here. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. James, I hope that helped you. I hope you could feel the love emanating. This is how we do it. This is how we win. Love trumps hate, you guys. Love trumps hate.
I know that my life is worth living, and I know that every trans person is worth living too. And I want you to know that no matter how hard they attack us, I will always love us twice as hard, and I'm not the only one. So, that's my not fun video. Hug your trans family tighter today. I just got off the phone with Jordan. They helped me. They made me look into the sun and breathe happy thoughts because I was a wreck. So I love you.
It is dark days ahead, you guys. This is gonna be a brutal presidential campaign season. This is gonna be we might need to hold each other just a little bit tighter. But what is actually even more interesting is James Rose they actually upset about this? I'm honestly slightly skeptical, because there's another video where James is saying this is getting him laid. I'm not sure what to make of it either, to be honest with you. But I don't speak for trans people or non-binary people. Really, I just don't speak for people, because for now at least, I've only been a liberal for a few hours. For now, I'm a straight white man. We'll have to check back in next week and see what's going on, but let's listen to James.
This is a video for Donald Trump, so if you're not Donald Trump, feel free to stick around, I guess. And if you are, hey, Donnie, I'm James. I think you knew that, though, because in your most recent ad, the one that was all like, Joe Biden's woke America, they'll try to tell you a man is a woman, and I was the image as a little video that you put with that text underneath. Funny story, I'm actually not a man or a woman, but I don't know that you're really ready to get that. But I did.
Preach, James. He's not ready to get that. Donald Trump is not ready to understand that there's other things besides men and women. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? I'm glad we actually finally have a definitive answer on what it is to not be a man or a woman. So thank you, Mr. Crow. I'm glad that we all now get it. And you said it so eloquently. But Donald Trump's not ready for that. Trump is not ready to hear this. Did you come up with that yourself? That was beautiful. Thank you.
I did. I want to personally thank you for the fact that my phone is blowing up with all of these hot gay men that are like, babe, I saw what happened. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, let's get together when you're back. Like, literally, this guy who blocked me on Grindr, like, I don't know, 3 months ago, was like, hey, like, you're a hero to me. Like, saw the ad, saw your video about it. Would love to see you when we get back. Like, I don't know if you understand the gravity of that, but, like, I don't even know why he blocked me on Grindr, but to, like, socially unblock me in order to tell me
Do you understand the gravity of this? Are you guys really understanding the gravity of this? Because the gravity of this is a gay man wants to have sex with him because he's more famous than he was 5 minutes ago. And that is just ridiculous to even I mean, the gravity of this. This is the... imagine the thought that a gay man would be shallow or possibly be into climbing the social ladder or may have some certain underlying narcissistic, ego-driven way of living. It's pretty remarkable. You're right. I'm probably wrong about that. I'm sorry. That was a little bit of my old bigotry. I'm still learning, you guys. I'm still learning. Thank you for being here, Mr. Crow, to help me navigate this new world that you know so well. Oh, yep. Absolutely.
that I'm a hero. That was you. That was you, buddy. If you hadn't made that Joe Biden's woke America, I might not be able to get my dick wet when I go back to New York, so I do have to thank you. And I know that I've said a lot of shit about, your terrible policies in regard to trans people, and I stand by those, and maybe we should discuss that at some point. But I would really like to discuss the timing of your next attack on me, because the problem is, even though all these boys are sliding into the DMs, I'm not available. I'm doing a show right now. I'm not going to tell you what, because I actually don't want you to come see it. Funny story, I met your brother, Robert, at another show that I did. He's dead now, but he was a donor, so thank you for your services funding the arts. Not yours, I guess, his. But nevertheless, if we could coordinate schedules next time you choose to use...
I can't do it. This is supposed to be some kind of hilarious, sarcastic bit. Holy shit, that is... We're like just over halfway through this video. Holy crap. I just... Oh, what the hell? God, this is good. James, you're going to force me to snap back to reality. I mean... You're right. That's the... I'm sorry, James. I'm back. Okay, I'm not... This conservative thing it's really hard to kick. I'm continually trying to turn my brain off and just listen to whatever vapid nonsense comes out of this person, but it's not easy. But that's what the re-education camps are for. So if I need to go back, I will. All right, we can do this. We can finish this. We got this.
Use me as political propaganda against my will. It would be helpful so that I could enjoy the benefits of all the men that want to take me on dates and have wonderful queer sex with me. And if you have your people reach out to my people, we can put together a little agenda. Maybe we can talk about like timing, we can talk about your horrific policies, we can talk about your diabolical politics. It could be fun. You can bring like your Secret Service dudes, I'll bring like my dad, and we can just have a chat. And I hope that our schedules sync up. If you need access to my Google Calendar, let me know.
I can't do it. This is just too much. It's too much. I can't. No. I can't. You live this way every day? This is the world that you live in? Good Lord. I can't even finish this video. This is brutal. That is an excellent point. I would prefer not to go back to prison for a year. All right, I'm back on board. I'm with it. I'm hip. I'm cool. I'm gonna try to do better. I'm gonna try to do better. Let's see if we've got okay, here we go. This is gonna help me, and it should help you too, to get on the right page. Here is a truly inspiring clip of what it's like to go to school nowadays during Pride Month. This is going to help all of us, I think, get back on the right page, get on the right side of history. This is what it's like to go to, I don't know if it's elementary. It's either an elementary school or a middle school. I'm not sure. But it's beautiful and brave. It's inspiring. It's oh God. It's great. I love it. More of this. This is awesome. I don't know. It's is this really what is this what I'm supposed to be into now? After my re-educate, is this what I'm supposed to like? Is this what liberals like? You know, even remove the gay part from it, which is, I mean, that's awful, you know, in and of itself. But remove that from it. It's just gaudy and ugly and cringe on every single level. I just don't know how anyone could look. No, what I'm saying is, listen, gay people are supposed to be, you know, they're supposed to be great with fashion and colors, and they're, you know, they got entire shows about remodeling houses and giving people makeovers. This is hideous. Everything about it is hideous and god-awful and terrible. It's nothing about this is appealing in any facet at all. And there's really no way that you're... No. You're not going to convince me otherwise. It's just... Oh. All right. I think I'm starting to get a little bit off track here. I keep trying. Maybe if we can move on to something else, maybe the Twitter thread of the week will help me stay on board with all these amazing new leftist ideologies that I've been forced to take on. I think we can do this. We can do this. All right. What is a woman? Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. There we go. No one noticed. It's fine. It's fine. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. If you imply one more time that this is an act, I'm just going to lose it. All right, let's try to do it again. Restart it. Twitter thread of the week. Here we go. Here we go. What is a woman? Up until 5 years ago, I would have admittedly said a woman is someone with a vagina. I'm assuming something has changed. But time, education, and an openness to try and understand other people's perspectives has changed my views. If you were to ask me what is a woman today, I, like a lot of people, would struggle to give an answer. That doesn't mean I don't have a belief. What it comes down to is that what a woman is to me might not be a woman to someone else. Just like if I were to ask someone, what is God? Oh. Got him. Got him with that one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, you guys. A lot of people would have an exact definition, while others will have a differing view. Some would say God doesn't exist. Others would say that God is different for everyone. To me, God is whatever someone wants to believe God is. My answer for what is a woman would be the same thing. It's whatever you want it to mean to you. Mr. Crow, I'm not even sure that you're going to be able to make this make sense to me. I don't think that all right. Being sent to prison, being put in a gulag is a powerful motivator. You are correct. Maybe we can do it. Maybe we can do it. It's whatever you want it to mean to you. I know what I believe, but I wouldn't force those beliefs onto someone else, just like I wouldn't tell a Jewish person or Muslim person Merry Christmas. And just like I wouldn't try and tell other people what God is, I also wouldn't try and tell other people what a woman is. Not because I don't have a solid belief in what I define as a woman, but because my belief might offend someone else. So wait a minute, are we just admitting that this whole gender thing is a religious experience? Is that what we're saying? Are we going to stop saying trust the science because this is actually, well, it's whatever you want it to be, man. Well, man, who's to say what God is, you know? Dude, have you ever tripped acid? Again, amazing definition for what a woman is. Actually, I think that you basically just summed up everything that was written right here. I'm pretty sure that is exactly what he just said. Oh man, it looks like there's a lot of bigots in the comments on this one. Oh man, we can't look at this. We're not gonna entertain this kind of fascism. It's out of control. I mean, not funny. Memes are not funny, you guys. Memes are not funny. I think that maybe we need a little bit more pride celebrations to, again, make sure I can get back on the right side of history. I keep losing the plot a little bit, so maybe the San Francisco Department of Corrections, I think is what this is, or the DOJ, it's police, Department of Corrections or something. Maybe they can inspire us to get back on track and make sure that we know the true meaning of pride. Flag raising at County Jail number 3. You know, when I was in jail for the hate criming of Elliot Page, this is what I had to do every morning. They chose me because I was so successful at being re-educated. You know, I was so good at it. They allowed me to do this. This is what happens. This is what happens at county jails across California. There you have it. Isn't that just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? I've learned having a boot on your neck isn't so bad as long as the boot is gay. At least I think that's what they were trying to teach me. Maybe? Maybe that's what they were trying to say? Ah. It's not so much that it'll be okay, it's that it'll turn me on and I'll say, please, Daddy State, step on me harder. I get it. Now I get it. I'm telling you, we're gonna figure this out together. And we're gonna hate every second of it. But I'll be damned if we don't come out of this being as inclusive as possible. Speaking of inclusion, one of the greatest cities on earth. Of course, I'm talking about New York City. Has launched a new public health program. And it's just fantastic.
Thank you so much for coming. On behalf of Services for the Underserved, I'm Rebecca Lynn Walton, and I'm so grateful and honored to have both the commissioner here and, more importantly, to have partnered with the health department on this life-saving service. I want to keep it brief because much more interesting than me talking is we're going to do a presentation where we're going to do a demo of how to get these life-saving tools outside of the vending machine. And I just wanted to say that many of us come to this field because we know someone or we've had a loved one who's been impacted by substance use or mental illness, and we want to make sure that they have the life-saving tools they need on their way to recover. We see this as just your first stop on your way to hopefully getting care and getting housing and getting all you need from SUS or any other organization in New York City.
So what I'm learning here, and remember, we're all learning together because this looks like it might be a woman of color. Potentially. I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong. Everyone's trying to look like a person of color nowadays, so it is kind of hard to tell. But if we're listening and we're understanding what she's saying, the first step to you getting clean, getting off the street, and getting a new apartment is to make sure that your needles and pipes are clean. This is a state-funded drug paraphernalia vending machine. That sounds like well, it sounds great. Sounds I saw a homeless man once, and he swore to me, if you can just get me one more hit, I'm going to get my life together. I'm going to get a job. I'm going to get a new apartment. If you can just give me $20. That's all it'll take. Saving the world one heroin rig at a time.
I know that I'm here because I received 21 years ago life-saving services myself, because of a loving family and a community that got me into recovery. And I'm here today to say that it shouldn't be luck or privilege that gets you into services. It should be easily accessible to everyone we know and love in New York. So I just want to say thank you so much on behalf of Services for the Underserved. We work really closely with communities. This is on the grounds of a supportive housing site, and we want to make sure that all New Yorkers have safe and respectful access to care and housing and services.
It's very easy to use. All one has to do is just enter any zip code within New York. I'm going to enter anything right now, and then I select any one of these selections, and the item will be dispatched. Okay? Come here. I'm going to press 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. Guys, go back. Pound. And then I'm going to select 106.
Vending machines are a well-known...
Man, that is, that really is great. What would people do if they couldn't go to a vending machine on the corner and get... Let's see what we got here. The safe sniffing kit? Safe smoking kit? Oh, sorry, it says safer. I'm not sure what exactly that means. Safer. Is that... I guess because snorting drugs and smoking drugs is already... It's pretty safe already. This is safer. This is safer. What else we got?
And I just wanted to say...
Oh, you're not going to show me everything in there? How am I going to know how safe it is? Overdose rescue kit. Well, that one at least makes a little bit more sense. But you can get yourself a nice crack pipe. Make sure you get yourself some needles. Once upon a time, I would have thought this was stupid. But now, this is brilliant. This is how we're going to save the world. This is exactly it. It's for that last hit, you know? It's when that person is right on the verge of getting their life together, but they just need one more bump. The city is here. And luckily, this is right outside what they say was one of the like public housing services, something or other. So you know what? Normally, this is why it always failed. Okay, we had these housing services and stuff, and people would always relapse, and so they would have to, you know, they couldn't use the programs anymore. Now, when they're in the home, whatever services system, they can just walk out to the corner and buy it there legally, or get it for free legally from the government. Problem solved. Relapses will be a thing of the past. I'm starting to get this logic, actually. I think this makes complete sense. If you want someone to get off of drugs, you give them ready, free access to all the paraphernalia they need to do it. I get it. I've seen the light. I mean, yeah. I mean, I remember one time I was trying to help a friend of mine, you know, quit drinking, and all I did was set a bunch of bottles of liquor on his front porch. And said, well, you know, while you're trying to get it together, why not take a shot of Jack Daniels? It'll take the edge off. That's how we do it here. Pretty sure this makes sense to my new liberal brain, maybe? These people cannot be serious. They can't be serious. This is impossible. No, I'm not buying this anymore. This is not true. I don't care. I'm not buying it. We'll try one more video. I think this might be my one day as a liberal. It's just too dumb. The amount of stupid is just off the charts. But you know what? Maybe we just haven't centered the right marginalized groups yet. So maybe if we find the right marginalized group, center them in the conversation, shut up and listen, white man, maybe we'll get it. Maybe we'll get it. So here's a video from a teacher from Glendale School District in California. All these things are in California. Where there was protests recently over the LGBTQ stuff. So here's a teacher explaining I don't even know anymore. Just say whatever you're gonna say. I have no idea.
Hi, my name is Adina.
Yes, and I called your name, yes?
Yes.
Yes, go for it.
Yes, I'm a teacher in the district. I also teach in LUSD. I have 2 students in the district. I did intervention at Fremont, but I'm also a community member who volunteers extensively in Watts and South LA, and I work at the Children's Hospital Los Angeles with queer and trans youth in large groups. And so I deal with a lot of their trauma related to the heteronormative, Judeo-Christian, patriarchal, imperialist, capitalist system that oppresses them. And so, why could...
First of all, slay, queen. Slay. Absolutely. She deals with a lot of the trauma of LGBTQ youth related to heteronormative, Judeo-Christian, patriarchal, imperialist, capitalist systems of oppression. All right, I'm back on board. That was a lot of words. I'm back on board.
Race theory. I'm not just here in support of our LGBTQ youth. It's all connected. I'm in support of critical race theory and diversity, inclusion, equity training, because white people participated, for example, in the largest social welfare program in the history of the United States, and yet now they throw their hands up in the air when we look at our housing crisis. And Armenians talk about the genocide, but they received SSI.
Oh, man. One thing I have to note, though, when I was before I was saved from my sinful conservative ways, I was told many, many, many times that it was a total conspiracy, that all of these things were connected. The queer stuff, the trans things, CRT. I was told that all of this, that was just a wackadoo, totally crazy. No one's trying to push all these things on your kids. They're not even related. Half of that stuff isn't even real. But I guess it's real now. I that's what this amazing teacher is talking about. Huh. I'm not sure how to square that one with my new liberal lifestyle. Am I just a liar now? Is that what it is? Is that what it is to be a liberal? I mean, if it is, just tell me. If that's what keeps me out of the gulag, I am absolutely on board. You can call it whatever you want, Mr. Crow, but I'm pretty sure I think what we're learning is liberal is just a synonym for liar. That's what I'm thinking. You don't need to raise your voice and start insulting me. Can we just all agree on what? It's just cut the semantics, the crap. It means you're a liar. Isn't that what it means? Yeah, I'm not sure I'm buying that.
For example, in the largest social welfare program in the history of the United States, and yet now they throw their hands up in the air when we look at our housing crisis. And Armenians talk about the genocide, but they received SSI, but they don't want to talk about the indigenous genocide of 1850 and the lack of reparations for Black and indigenous people in this country. And they don't want to talk about how dare you as marginalized people come here and you don't want to talk about the oppressed trans youth who, your kids aren't even learning what they need to learn in this. That 1 in 2 will attempt suicide, and 95% know that they are trans when they are 3, 4, and 5.
Okay. You know what? This is bullshit. All right, this is nonsense. No, it's bullshit. This crazy person. You're gonna tell me here, Mr. Crow. You expect me to believe 95% of kids know that they're transgender by the time they're 3 to 5 years old? That's got to be the biggest load of horse shit I've ever heard. No, this is nonsense. You know what? Send me back to the gulag. I don't care. I'm done with this. We're you know what? We're going. It's over. Absolutely over. Let's put some country bluegrass stuff back on. I can't do this. God. I'm sorry that I hate crimed Elliot Page, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I can't listen to another ridiculously emaciated white person with stupid hair who says that they're 186 Cherokee, so that means that they're not white and they have 87 genders, and children know that they're transgender by the time they're 3 years old. Get out of here. Take me to the gulag. I'm over it. At least I know when I'm there, I'll be around friends. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out. Did I almost convince you to be liberal? Did we almost get there? Did you find yourself saying, "Hey, I'm almost on board with this"? The Crow's making some points. All right, guys. Don't forget to check out the merch. Be armed, be dangerous, be moral. Swamp Armory. Of course, if you want to help continue to grow my armory, you can always donate to the PayPal. Super chats are greatly appreciated. And before we cut out for the weekend, you know what time it is. It's time for the something I found funny this week. You know, one of these days I'll come up with a name for this segment. Right now it's the kicking off the weekend segment. So real quick, and these are short, so I'm going to do 2 of them, but it's from a thread that I found on Twitter, and holy crap, this is hilarious. It was a thread where someone said, post your favorite Crash Bandicoot memes. Oh yeah, we got some winners. We absolutely have got some winners.
1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms.
Oh. Oh, that's some good stuff. No, but this one, I saved the best for last. This is next level. Whoever made this deserves an award.
What do I do, Lord?
Destroy the child. Corrupt them all.
This is their plan, people. These are demons. Just like the Bible says, it's basically an intergalactic invasion into this space through people. I'm telling you, it's what all the ancients said. It's what they warned of. It's what we're dealing with. They're demons. They're frickin' interdimensional invaders, okay? I'll just say it. Make fun of me all you want on CNN or wherever, but everyone already innately knows this. These people are not frickin' humans, okay? What do I do, Lord?
Destroy the child. Corrupt them all.
Man, that's amazing. Oh, look at that. He used VR stuff to animate it. God, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. I gotta watch it again.
What do
Hang
I
on.
do, Lord? Destroy the child. Corrupt them all. This is their plan, people. These are demons. Just like the Bible says, it's basically an intergalactic invasion into this space through people. I'm telling you, it's what all the ancients said. It's what they warned of. It's what we're dealing with. They're demons. They're frickin' interdimensional invaders, okay? I'll just say it. Make fun of me all you want on CNN or wherever, but everyone already innately knows this. These people are not frickin' humans, okay?
Man,
What do I do?
that is some quality content. That's how you should. That's how you start off your weekend, right there. Who knew that there was a genre of memes that were Crash Bandicoot, Alex Jones crossovers? I had no idea, but I'm glad that I found it. There's some other ones out there, but those are clearly the best. Oh, wait, there was one more. Hang on.
What have I got?
Made by the same guy, apparently.
Why isn't it possible? It's just not. Why not, you stupid bastard?
What have I got?
Why isn't it possible? It's just not. Why not, you stupid bastard?
That guy makes some good memes. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good weekend. Thank you for coming along with me on my trip into liberalism. They almost had me there for a second. They almost had me. I'll see you guys next time.